what's going on? Welcome back to South 10 Beer Reviews. I am Tyler. Thank you so much for stopping by for another review. Today we've got a beer, and it comes from Oddside Ales, and this is going to be double dank juice. Double dry hopped, double India Pale Ale. They're out of Grand Haven, Michigan. And this was canned on August 29th, so we're still under that 2 month mark. Yeah, 9.5%. It says Imperial IPA double dry hop to create a slightly hazy beer rich in juicy tropical notes and aromas. So, if you go back into my beer log or YouTube log, whatever you want to call it, I did review, I think it was the standard version of this beer. I think it was just called Dank Juice or something like that. And I was not super impressed by it. It was also pretty fresh, too. So, hopefully we can, redeem ourselves and, see if this one is a little bit better. This can is kind of taking a beating, though. It's got a dent there and a dent there. So, anyway, let's go ahead. We'll get it poured. Pouring pretty clear. Yeah, that's, I don't know, they said slightly hazy. That's pretty clear to me. We'll leave some in the glass there, in the can, sorry. Alright, so, beer, it kind of has a nice golden color to it, maybe slightly orange, about finger and a half. Sort of an off-white head, small to medium-sized bubbles. There is a decent amount of carbonation streaming up. And as always, the beer looks a little darker on camera. Always try to find the correct light where you can maybe see what it looks like, but I don't think it's going to work. It still just looks a little darker on camera. But yeah, nonetheless, I guess you could call it slightly hazy. I mean, it's not completely see-through. Yeah, there is a little bit of maybe something, some proteins still in suspension there, so causing a little bit of that haziness. Let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. Yeah, I'm getting some malt, and it's got a bright. It's kind of hidden, but it does have a bright citrusy type of aroma to it. Maybe slightly tropical. Papaya or passion fruit or something like that. But I'm getting some bright orange, maybe a little grapefruit. Maybe a little bit of a floral almost type thing. A little earthy, a little herbaceous. Nothing too crazy going on. I mean, it smells decent for what it is. The can, by the looks of it, you would expect, a big aroma, big juiciness, but the aroma is slightly muted. We'll dive in, see if the taste says otherwise. Cheers. Not bad. It does lean on the malt a little more than the juiciness of the hops. It's got a bready, maybe even close to a biscuity type of malt sort of backbone to it. Aside from that, it does have a slight boozy sweetness to it. Though I want to say that and kind of elaborate a little. It's not a boozy beer. It's just that sweetness kind of gives it a little bit of that boozy flavor without the heat, maybe. Maybe that's the best way to put it. It does have a bit of citrus to it, more orange and grapefruit, or more orange than grapefruit, I should say. Slight pineapple, papaya even. It does have an earthy, herbaceous sort of bite and a little bit of bitterness to it. Quite dry though, actually. That sweetness that I mentioned, the boozy sweetness flavor, doesn't last very long. So it's got a prevalent malt backbone to it, but it doesn't stick around as long as you'd think, based on that flavor. Yeah, not a bad beer at all. I mean, like I said, slight boozy flavor, but the alcohol is pretty well hidden. It almost sounds contradicting, but maybe it'll come across in the the way that I'm trying to describe it. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but I'm not mad at myself for picking it up. Definitely, worth the $4 or $5 that I paid for this can. No regrets there. It's got a decent carbonation level to it. Mouthfeel somewhere around, well, it's probably on the lighter side of medium. I said it's got a little bitterness. It's got a nice malt backbone to it, with a little bit of juicy hops, a little bit of earthy, type of herbaceous note to it. Yeah, I mean that's kind of this beer in a nutshell. Not as juicy and tropical as I think that they were going for, but yeah, decent stuff. Decent stuff. Not mad at it. So as far as the rating goes, I'm gonna sit this somewhere 3.7. Somewhere around there. It's average. So we'll just leave it at that. So let me know if you've had this one. Again, this is Oddside Ales, and this is double dank juice. Let me know if you've had it. We'd love to hear from you. And if you like the video, do me a favor, hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.